So you talked about the front of the house, and just if you would, for our listeners, please kind of describe, because it's really a full production when you go to a restaurant and eat.
Sure.
And people don't recognize the business side of that, right? You have the front of the house, the back of the house. You have all the things that make that happen.
Yes.
Can you describe as to what the front of the house is, the back of the house, and how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. So the front of the house implies anyone working front-facing with customers, from the host to the bartender to the service staff to any busing, any additional staff in that realm. The back of the house includes, myself as chef, or if I'm in the front as maitre d'. But in the back, then you have your entire culinary team as well as the dishwasher. Now, one of the things that is not necessarily unique to restaurant culture, but in my estimation, absolutely critical to building healthy restaurant culture, is that it's treated like offense and defense on a really amazing sports team rather than front and back.
Okay.
Because in what starts to happen as that, as those two kind of entities who are faced with very different demands, in the front you have you're charged with the customer, and I operate a chef-led organization, and it all starts with literally with the carrot for me. I believe very strongly that there is no food that I can make to overcome poor service. However, if I make a mistake and you're an amazing server, you can cover for me, because the experience is so human. And it starts with the human interaction, and then that human interaction is substantiated with the food itself. That starts with the visual, and then you have to have the follow-through of the flavors and all that. So, yeah. Does that answer your question?
No, it does.
Okay.
I think people get so wrapped up in the coming into a restaurant and not understanding the business side of it, that there are so many different elements. People just, it's not you just in the back cooking something, here's your plate, right?
Sure.
There's different elements to that. And understanding, quick kitchen math, or understanding the ordering process and what that looks like. And
and particularly depending on how you're sourcing for your restaurant, it's, I write menus in a very flexible way, so that if Josh Malello, who's a grower at Strong Roots Healthy Farming, if his carrots failed, we're not just ordering carrots, we're finding something else, and we're constantly being creative with those ingredients so that we can continue to keep a lot of our buying power local. Restaurants are responsible for an obscene amount of the economic activity in a community, and I think that as we, and we have such an incredible group of individuals in Wichita who are dedicated to that same process of locally sourcing things intentionally, so that we can keep building up our own community, not just extending out to wherever.